Welcome. We are here at Manchester Airport, myself, Martin and Andy, to get some aviation content, and usually we're bringing our pro gear with us to do some photography and videography. But today we're going to do things a little bit different. We're going to put these away and we're going to swap them.
Can you edit that so just...
And we're going to be replacing them with our phones, to prove to you that if you've just got your mobile phone, you can make some incredible aviation content. And we're going to show you how we're going to do it. Let's go.
You're right carrying that?
Yeah, somehow I've ended up carrying Andy's video tripod for him. Don't want him to be too uncomfortable, you know what I mean?
My hands are really full at the moment with this camera.
So the plan today is I'm going to have my mobile phone to take some photography shots, and Andy is going to be using his phone on a little phone mount. You can get them off Amazon really cheap, connected to the tripod, and Andy's going to be doing some video. We're going to be shooting in 4K on the phone and whatever resolution my phone does for pictures. Let's see what we can get.
So the phone I'll be using today is a Google Pixel 7 Pro. What makes this phone so good is the fact that the video works really well with the telephoto lens, which is about a 5 times optical zoom. The 5 times zoom is about 48 megapixels, and for context, 4K video is about just less than 9 megapixels, so it's more than capable of doing 4K video. So we'll find out today just how good that is for aviation videography.
So in terms of mobile phones, modern phones have actually got really decent cameras actually. I showed this in the last vlog that I did down here, where I took a picture of a Hainan on my phone, and just to prove to you guys that you can get some cracking photos just with your phone.
I've just come over here out of the wind because one thing we do need to check is make sure the audio is not crazy distorted with just wind noise. It is quite windy today at Manchester Airport, but that is very common. Recorded some videos, let's have a listen. I mean, you can kind of hear the wind, but it's really not a big deal. Shout out to the Pixel Pro for that one. It's just the phone's internal microphone doing the heavy lifting there, and I think there's a bit of like AI going on to reduce some of the wind noise, but it's doing a really, really good job. I kind of expected it to be a complete washout, you wouldn't even be able to hear anything, but no, that's decent. On the way out, we do have an Aer Lingus A330, which use the CF6 engines, and they are probably the loudest engines you're going to encounter at Manchester Airport these days.
I'm just flicking through these images. Got like line-up shots here to each Dreamliner, just looking 10 out of 10, and you can still pinch in and it is sharp. You're coming away with some really nice images. I'm just blown away. The phone is doing a cracking job. This really does prove, guys, that you don't have to have expensive camera equipment to come down and get involved in aviation photography, plane spotting. Come down, bring what you have, because you always say the same thing, guys. The best camera you've got is the one that's with you guys.
It's the camera camera really struggles when you zoom in past the optical zoom amount. So if you go to 5 times, it looks really good, but then you zoom in a bit more, which is what you need when the planes are rotating. They're actually taking off down at the end of 2 to the left, so you need a little bit more oomph there. And it kind of struggles a little bit, but I'm curious how that looks on the edit. So what phone do you need to do this kind of video? Well, most modern smartphones have telephoto cameras on them, which is basically a camera with a built-in optical zoom, usually in the range of 3, 5, 10, sometimes even 30 times zooms I've seen. But if you're this close to the action, I've noticed just zooming into the main camera, like a 2 times zoom, often will get the heavy aircraft in frame nicely.
And to follow on with that, I'm shooting again using the built-in lenses on the camera. I find that I'm using 10 times quite a lot because I'm trying to punch in to the Aviation to get my usual style of photography, which is the lineup shots. I'm really trying to do that on this, and I'm finding that the 10 times zoom is working really well. If you can pick one of those preset zooms, you will find you'll get a cleaner image overall rather than just using the digital zoom. So you might wonder, why are we doing this video in the first place? And when I came down and did the photography vlog, it really kind of got people talking about, oh, I've not done photography for years and I'd really love to do it, but I don't have the best camera and this, that, the other. So we thought, you know what, let's come down and put it to the test. And this proves, guys, that you can just come down with your phones. And I hope that this video gets you guys inspired to come down, get out, doing some aviation photography or some video work as well. That'd be absolutely awesome.